What up? It's your boy Kim back again at representing Mr. Kimani Capital. And today is new Monday, new week, 21st of March 2022. And as always, as usual, guys, we need to go to the market. Let's see what the market has to say. And before we do that, guys, let me just do a round of close just quickly right here. Let me just let me get some what did I want to do? Oh, let me get some candies right here. Boom, collect new candies. Yes, that's pretty much it. Show some stats here, please. We need to know where the market is standing. 1.9 trillion, not 2 trillion, 80 billion. 24-hour trading volume. Bitcoin dominance still at 40 and 13,000 tokens according to Kucoin. And 24-hour volume, you can see XRP behaved now still at almost 3 billion. ApeCoin has just jumped all the way to 1.5. Of course, this was all about hype, and at this time, I expect it to go all the way to $3 and collect there. So XRP and Luna still holding tight. Ethereum Classic, I don't know where it came from. Nice. Yeah. Coin market cap. Let's also collect some diamonds here. Those who are wondering what are these diamonds, what are these candies, these are basically in their beta phase. They are looking for, they're asking people to collect these diamonds, which in future may have value. If you know anything about crypto, once something is big enough, at that point they do what we call airdrops and start giving such things value that don't have value at this point. So it doesn't cost you anything. You can just um, get them. Let's see what Crypto Bubbles has to say. Wow, so today it's a red day. Everything is super red apart from Dash, Luna, and a couple of other, yeah. And when you go to the charts, it becomes even more clearer what's happening. This is the weekly time frame, and you can see we have started with a bearish momentum. I don't know if we are still gonna sustain it or not, guys. Remember, we are still we are still in a range, and technically, when we are in a range, let me just do it well here. Technically, when we are in a range, basically it means that there's liquidity being formed uh, by the banks and by the whales, right? The guys who are building up, who wants to buy a lot of this token. So let me explain, okay? So a certain investment bank or a certain whale wants to buy like 1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Of course, 1 billion worth of Bitcoin with a market cap of almost 1 trillion is not much, but it is enough to move the markets, guys. It is enough. So, for instance, they want to buy, they feel like the price now is gotten to a price that they want. They want to buy a whole lot of it, right? So, what are they going to do? They're going to create a range which now is creating liquidity. What does that mean? That means anytime we're in a range, people know that when we get to this price, right, the retail traders, us now, when we get at 45k at the strong resistance point, so we sell. So we have a lot of selling blocks right here, which means we also have a lot of stop losses lying around somewhere here, right? And the same case with here, we have a lot of buying orders right here on this support, because people know when we get here, we have chances of bouncing more. So we have a lot of stop losses here, and that cuts across when I go to lower time frames. We have a lot of those orders right there. That is what now is called building liquidity, which means now they have a lot of orders here and they have a lot of orders here, and they have to take them all in order to satisfy their magnitude of order that they want to. So what do? Chances are they're going to push they are going to create a sell order, okay, which is gonna push the market down. And now what's gonna happen? It's gonna trigger these stop losses, okay, and then it's also gonna trigger the sell stops that are hanging around here just in case we break this, okay. And now they will have taken that liquidity of the stop losses and also the sell stops. People think that we're going down, retest, come down even further, okay. Then what happens here? More people buy, more people put more sell orders, and stop loss is right here. What happens? Boom, we see something like this, and then they take all those, that liquidity also come, take all this liquidity, come bounce again. People think that we are going further up, uh, or we are going further down, then more sell orders, and then boom, again we go further up. And that's how basically whales create liquidity for uh, for large orders. So anytime we're in a range, look at it as, oh, this is liquidity being built here, so I have to be very careful how I operate. I have to be very careful. So I'm still learning the smart money concept. So bear with me, guys. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna backtest this whole week and see how that strategy works for me. Okay? Yeah. So that's basically what you're looking at, and you can see here we've started the week with a bearish momentum, and when you start going further down, start seeing things more clearly. Okay, we can see we had reached all the way to 42,400, almost 42,500, and we're now coming down. We go to the 4 hour. Yeah, this is where it's interesting. This is where now you start seeing things more clearly. Okay, so I can see here a trend line. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see a trend line right here. Okay, and I can also see another one. So the problem with now this trend line is anyone can draw them anywhere. Okay, someone else might decide to draw it somewhere like here. Okay, someone might decide to draw it somewhere there. That's the problem now with this trend line. Anyone can draw it at any time. So, but at the moment we have this trend line that is not yet broken. But I can take it back and say we had this trend line that was broken, retested, and broken up again. We have not yet defiled that. Okay, so technically we are still bullish, but since we have started with a negative connotation from the weekly time frame, let's see what's gonna happen today. Okay, let's just sit up and wait. Of course, Bitcoin has been in a very boring mood. You can see even the way it's moving, very boring, in a range, super boring. And of course, when you're talking about ranges, you're talking about liquidity being formed. So guys, that's for me. I think according to what I can see in the market right now, I'm seeing us coming to retest 45k, if not coming all the way here, breaking through and creating that um, the creating a long squeeze, and then boom, back again creating a short squeeze, and then you see us going all the way up. But all that depends with what happens with Russia and Ukraine. Guys, we know that's not something to ignore. That's something that should be on our radar and seeing exactly watching out of the outcome, because it's gonna affect the entire world. It's gonna affect the entire world. So whatever happens to the stock markets, trust me, it's gonna happen in crypto as well. So I hope you're not close enough to the recession that all these economic experts keep talking about, so that we can survive one more leg, guys. so so now what do you expect? So for me, I'll be looking for probably more further loans to come all the way here. Okay, that would be a clean 8% for Bitcoin. Or seeing us coming all the way down fast. Whatever comes first, I'm ready. I decided I will always be a reactive trader as I learn more about the smart money concepts, so that I can be now sure of what to look at, where to expect price to retest, and all those things. So guys, cheers, have a lovely day. Cheers, I love you so much. Make sure you comment below, uh, uh, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Cheers.